Hi, everybody. This is SAAD. Today, I've been working on a section in my forthcoming book dealing with uh, the gods of diversity, or as I like to call it, the Church of Diversity. And so, if you take the new religion in universities rooted in diversity, inclusiveness, and equity, the acronym is DI. So, the new religion of DI is now no longer only about hiring practices. So, for example, we need to hire someone who comes from this and this group. Has to be a woman, an indigenous person, a trans person, and so on. That in itself is an affront to a meritocracy. But now, people who wish to get into the system, if you're a prospective faculty member who is trying to apply for a job, or if you are already a faculty member and you're applying for promotion, you're applying for a salary increase, all such processes now will require that you proclaim your adherence to the DI religion, right? A form of public proclamation. And again, I highly recommend that you read my forthcoming book because I get into all this in quite a bit of details. But for today, what I wanted to do is read for you some stuff from a report that came out of UCLA, and I'll put the link to the actual document. So bear with me as I read you some stuff. So this is a report coming from the UCLA Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, and the title of the report is Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion EDI Statement, Frequently Asked Questions. So here we go. Should equity, diversity, and inclusion figure into faculty hiring and promotion? So I'm reading now. The standards for faculty hiring and promotion across the University of California are governed by the Academic Personnel Manual. The APM has long required that UCLA credit equity, diversity, and inclusion. Most recently on July 1st, 2015, after 3 years of debate and 2 rounds of system-wide Senate review, APM 210-1-D was revised to state, quote, contributions in all areas of faculty achievement that promote equal opportunity and diversity should be given due recognition in the academic personnel process, and they should be evaluated and credited in the same way as other faculty achievements. Emphasis added. The goal was not to create a fourth leg of evaluation separate from research, teaching, and service. Instead, it was to explain that EDI, contributions within the categories of research, teaching, and service, are inseparable from how the University of California conceives of merit. You really need to step back and really process this information. So now, a central feature of an academic dossier will be, what are you doing to advance equity, diversity, and inclusion? Or rather, using my preferred acronym, diversity, inclusiveness, and equity, i.e. DI. But wasn't there some recent UCLA EDI statement mandate? This is the question, and then they're going to answer it for us. Yes, on May 24, 2018, the Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost Scott Waugh issued a letter with 2 mandatory requirements. First, starting in academic year 2018-2019, all ladder rank faculty searches must require each candidate to submit an equity, diversity, and inclusion statement as part of the application. This is unbelievable. It's breathtaking. Second, in academic year 2019-2020, the same is required for ladder rank faculty promotions. To be clear, this letter did not make any substantive changes to hiring and promotion standards. Instead, it merely created procedural requirements to collect better information about achievements that we should have been recognizing all along. So let's take my dossier, for example. So I trained in psychology of decision making as a doctoral student under the supervision of a mathematical and cognitive psychologist by the name of Jay Russo. I came out into the market to get an assistant professorship. And of course, my goal eventually was to, as I did, found the field of evolutionary consumption, applying evolutionary psychology to consumer behavior, to psychology of decision making, and so on. how would I have written a statement that speaks to equity, diversity, and what's the third one? Equity, diversity, and inclusiveness. How would I have done that? In what way should I state? I mean, does my teaching change? Should I call out when people wish to participate in class, people as a function of whether they are trans or not, whether they ovulate or not, whether they have the darker skin or not? Should I change the research that I do so that it conforms with the principles of DI? Now, if I were applying for promotion or for a position, a salary increase, how would I incorporate such a statement in my academic dossier? It's absolutely insane. How would a professor who studies number theory, how would he or she incorporate such a statement in their work? It's simply baffling. Are we first movers or outliers? What about the other UC campuses? As of 2019, 8 of 10 campuses, UC campuses, including UCLA, now mandate that all ladder-ranked faculty recruitments require candidates to submit such a statement. So it's hard to call us outliers. Basically what they're saying, it's not just us who've been parasitized by this cancer of the human spirit. All of us are parasitized, so don't worry about it. All UC schools. By the way, it's not just UC schools now. This cancer is spreading everywhere. Now again, I shouldn't have to say that, of course, everybody should treat it with full dignity and people should feel as though they are welcome on campus and so on. But you don't need fascist statements that proclaim your adherence to the DI religion in order to be a good citizen at a university. I mean, it is astonishing that this is taking place. If you are a rich alumnus, or even not a rich alumnus, if you are going to be giving money to your alma mater, you should think hard about whether you should give them a dime as a function of whether they engage in this type of fascist behavior. What exactly is an EDI statement? An EDI statement describes a faculty candidate's or faculty member's past, present, and future planned contributions to equity, diversity, and inclusion. The statement is submitted as part of the candidate's file along with, for example, the CV, research statement, and teaching statement. Where relevant, the EDI statement could also be included as a discrete component of the faculty member's self-appraisal. Although such statements can be relevant in other contexts, such as awards or grants, this FAQ, this frequently asked questions document, focuses on faculty hiring and promotion. As a matter of fact, now many granting agencies seem to be moving in this direction, right? Tell us how your research grant would help promote equity, diversity, and inclusiveness. Tell us how you're going to be including the DI principles in your classes, in your research, in your supervision of graduate students. Next, tell us how, when you are in the throes of intimate lovemaking with your wife, what percentage of time will you be each uttering dirty talk that is inclusive, diverse, and equitable? I mean, it is insane. But yet slowly we inch. Too few professors speak about it. No students speak about it. No alumni fight against this. And so now, coming to a university near you, all professors will have to proclaim, just like they do when they chant the glory of dear leader in North Korea, we all will have to proclaim, we are proud members of the religion of DI. With the new religion of DI comes the death of academic freedom, comes the death of personal conscience, comes the death of everything that defines the greatness of the West, individual dignity. If you don't participate, if you don't speak out, if you are silent, you are complicit in the demise of our great institutions. Cheers, everybody.